This video is brought to you by Retro, the high-quality throwback video game magazine, featuring reviews for things past and present, top 10s, roundtable discussions, and more. For more information, check out readretro.com.
You son of a bitch.
Alright, hey guys, what's up? Eric here. Welcome to another video, an interview video with my good friend from Adelaide, Australia.
We literally are good friends now.
We are literally good friends.
We are better than good friends.
So good, we should have a handshake. Did you like the handshake before? So, we're just going to talk about some games and stuff and his channel and what's different about his channel and how to do stuff. So tell me about your channel. How'd you get started? Why'd you get started? And what's so different about you in game hunting and all that stuff?
So many questions.
I know.
So many questions.
Oh my god.
It started about a year and a half ago, and it came from watching people like Game Chasers and Retro Liberty. And me and my friend at the time, we started hunting. And I've been editing as soon as I had a computer and I had a way to record stuff, I've been editing. I love it. I have a passion for it. So it made sense to throw those two things together, and I wasn't very good at it at all to start with. If you watch some of my earlier stuff. In fact, most of the earlier stuff is actually set to private. So
is it really?
It is. I'll show you some of it.
Sure.
But
I do like private videos.
But as time went along, I got better, things got better, and I feel like the show's doing a lot better now, and it's been a really fun journey.
Yeah, you guys have been doing really good for yourselves. Just recently, you got Chris on the channel months ago, almost a year ago, and you've hit the milestone of 2,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, so you guys have been doing really good. And you know, although you do like game hunting in kind of the vein of like Retro Liberty and the Game Chasers and stuff, it's unique because for one, it's Australia, and two, you just go out and see different things because in like the PAL region, there's more Mega Drive, there's more Master System. So like, what kind of things do you think would be different to find here as opposed to like the States or like Europe?
Well, different. I mean, a lot of people watch and say finding Master System, Master System stuff is impossible for them. In fact, I think that one might have been you that even said the other day that finding a Master System in a shop
it's really tough. I mean, occasionally I can find one because the retro store that I used to frequent in the States, you know, had a lot of that stuff that you could find, and it's really few and far between. Like, I don't even think I've seen a Master System 2 until I got here, and he's got two of them too, which is just funny. And it's interesting to note the differences between like covers and like names.
Well, I mean, we have games here that you guys didn't get.
Yeah.
Which are fun to look for. I mean, most of them are common, not that great. In fact, sometimes some of them can be really impressive, like Wily Wars. Like, you guys didn't get Wily Wars in the States.
Yeah.
So that's a fun one to try and find and look out for and collect for. But then there's games that we both got that for some reason are insanely rare in the PAL region, like StarCraft 64. I mean, I found that in episode 1 of the new season, and I said it was worth $150, and a lot of Americans were typing saying it's like a $20, $30 game, and they were calling me a phony and all this stuff. But no, it's a $150 game here. People
don't realize like the differences in price, although the regions might be different. For example, we did some Let's Play stuff that you'll probably see soon at some point. We played Little Samson, and
really fun.
It was really fun. Little Samson in the States is easily 500 plus game, but in like Europe and whatnot, I think it doesn't even go for half of that.
We have a stadium events here, and I think it's only worth it's under 1,000.
Yeah,
for our stadium events.
And it's funny because I've seen people try to sell like a stadium events, like a PAL game, for like the $30,000, you know, type of game. So I mentioned you do game hunting. How do you film for the game hunting. This is one thing I've always wanted to know, because I've seen you guys go to, like, for example, in one of your recent episodes, you went to an auction, you go to flea markets, garage sales. How do you get away with it? Do you ask, or do you just sneakily do it? I'm curious to know.
Okay, well, we always ask, absolutely. But the reason why I had a little smirk on my face then was that auction, we're actually in trouble for that at the moment.
Are you
Have
really?
I told you about that?
You have not.
Last episode 6, we filmed at an auction house, and we asked for permission, and they were the nicest people, they were.
Yeah.
We even interviewed about 3 people that day, and I only used one of the interviews, but it's in the episode. They're all great people. But I said in the episode about how the prices were ridiculous. Do you remember that? Yes,
I do.
And that, you know, this was like jacking up the prices, and I went on a little rant, and I was over-exaggerating, obviously, a lot.
Yeah.
But they took offense to it.
Did they really?
They want the video pulled down.
Oh boy.
They're not happy about it at all.
That's strange, because when you get permission to do that, obviously, I mean, there's some things that you can and can't say, but realistically, the things that they were charging for.
I mean, that's the thing, though. I wasn't bashing them as a company. I was bashing people that were paying for the games. It's the people that go that determine the prices.
That's right.
Not the company.
That's right.
The company is a great, fantastic company. They're nice people. They put things on sale and they sell.
Yeah.
They were selling for too much.
What's a good example?
Of the auction?
Yeah, the PlayStation 1 that was there.
PlayStation 1 went for $35.
$35.
SNES went for $110.
That's it. That was the SNES. I just bought a SNES for $60 with 3 games and the power cable and a controller. I'd say that's pretty reasonable.
That's a nice deal.
That's a nice deal. $110, that's eBay prices. You know, I don't know why people are gauging eBay prices for their stuff, so I can see why you would be frustrated in that sense, but
yeah, we do have to ask permission, getting back to your question.
Yeah.
Always. And I mean, sometimes you can walk into a place and you can tell with your own permission. In fact, we're going to markets tomorrow, and we're going to be walking past a lot of booths, and you're going to see me saying to the cameraman, don't film, don't film, because we know the people that don't let us film. They will jump us and attack us.
Have you had that happen before? Like, have you had any bad experiences? Because I have. I did once. I went to a flea market with my friend about 1.5 years ago, and I didn't post this video on my channel because of this fact. We started filming and we asked permission, but we got to this one booth where we, started zooming in on some stuff, and the guy's like, "You can't film here." And my friend he said, "Why, are these games stolen?" And then
that wasn't a good idea.
Then we had the guy come in and tell us, we needed permission to film or whatever. So It was just a sour experience. So, like, how do you do that?
There was an episode in the first season where we were going around that market, and we had Mr. Cheap tell us not to film. We had the bearded guy who said, "I'd rather you didn't do that," really abruptly, ask us not to film. And they started telling the people who ran the market that we were filming, and they actually came up to us. Yeah. And I think it made it into the episode where we pretty much just said that we had to lie a little bit. We said that it was a uni project, and that it's just like a little thing we're doing just for our own personal use, and they were like, "Oh, that's fine. You just got to be nice.
I would think so, and
you have to explain what you're doing, even if you do say it's for a uni project. At that time we had like 1,000 subs, so not that many people were going to see it.
I just think it's strange how people, as soon as you turn a camera on, they're like, "Don't film, get it out of my face." There's some sort of like bad stigma with it, which is kind of strange, but you're lucky to have been able to gotten away with a lot of stuff because your channel has really profited from it.
There's a lot of people most people are fine with it. Yeah. In fact, the Southern Games guy, where we filmed about 4 times, is more than welcome to it because the amount of business we brought him.
Really? Have you heard that?
When we went there yesterday, and they're to the 2 $20 SNES games, and we got them for $10 each, that was for us. He wouldn't have done that price for anyone else.
Yeah, sure.
It's because he likes me coming back. He likes me filming there because of the amount of people that come in. It sucks for me because he gets at least one guy a week, which is a lot considering it's just Adelaide, saying, "I watch you on the Game Quest. And, we've come here to suss out the game." And they buy stuff. So he's happy when I go in. And it sucks for me, though, because they buy all the games.
Well, at least you're giving them free business, which is something that could never hurt, Jeez. I guess that's about it, really. Please check out Beat-em-ups, hashtag Beat-em-ups. YouTube.com/beat-em-ups, or just search the Game Quest, or just search Wood. That's probably not a good idea.
Don't search Wood. Don't Google image search Wood.
Yeah, so please check out his channel. We got some videos coming out. I'll be on his channel. He'll be on mine. We got some Let's Plays coming out. You may have already seen the little game hunting video we did.
You're staying here for like 4 days.
I'm staying here for 4 days.
You've still got a couple left.
And I'll probably be back a couple more times within my year stay or longer. So thanks for letting me interview you and be on my channel. You son of a bitch.
Thank you. Bye.